Well, a very good morning everybody and welcome to the Imagine Cruising 2023 World Indoor Bowls Championships live from Potter's Resort here in Hopton-on-Sea. Well, we have a great action-packed day for you today. This is the World Open pairs to start with, and it's England's L.Ridout and S.Tolchard taking on the Canadians K.Olthof and D.Jacobs. Well, let's have a little look what we have for the rest of today. Straight after this game, we have the New Zealand pair of Colin Rogan and Gary Cotter taking on Scotland's Chris and John Carswell. Afternoon session, well, it's Mervyn King and David Gourlay facing Jason Choi and Ken Chan of Hong Kong. And Ruti Gilor and Zvika Hedar from Israel taking on the Welsh pair of Damien Dubler and Dan Salmon. Let's have a look at the match officials for this game. Well, our marker is Bernie Hill and the umpire is Greg Brown. Well, it's time to get the show on the road. We're going to go live to the portable rink with our MC, Mr. Jack Jenkins.
Yes, a very good morning. Welcome back to the portable rink here at Potter's Resort. First out, we have a pair where one is making his debut here at the World Indoor Championships and the other is a former national outdoor champion. Both all the way from Canada. Give it up for K.Olthof and D.Jacobs. Pairing with several national titles and 3 Commonwealth medals between them. Please welcome out L.Ridout and S.Tolchard. Hand you back up to Jason Parkinson in the commentary box.
Well, thank you very much, Jack. Once again, everybody, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us from all around the world to the Imagine Cruising 2023 World Indoor Bowls Championships. Joining me in the commentary box for the first game is Mr. Mark Dawes. Morning, Mark.
Morning, Jason.
Thanks for joining us this morning.
You're very welcome.
Well, this will be quite an interesting game. Very experienced players. England's L.Ridout and S.Tolchard taking on the Canadians K.Olthof and D.Jacobs from middle of Canada. Got their little Canadian hats on.
Jack length 23 metres.
It's glad to be back here from Potter's Resorts. This is the 25th year we've been staged here. Slightly different again this year. We have 5 games for you for the first 7 days, I think it is. So the morning session will start at 9:30. It's a double session. World Open pairs, it's 2 bowl pairs, so quite a quick format. 2 sets of 9 ends, and then we'll have a 3 end tie break should we need to. Have you had a practice yet, Mark? It seems pretty quick.
Yeah, the pace is not too bad. Quite swingy. Tried to practice my Tigers last night and ended up using my Pros this morning. So yeah, it's maybe just a little bit swingy, which it tends to, and then it settles down and tends to just narrow the lines down a little bit.
Don't forget we are live on YouTube and Facebook on the World Bowls Tour channels all through this event. BBC will be joining us from the World Open Pairs final, which will be a week of Monday. Any questions you have for Mark or myself, just put them down on the Facebook site, please. I can pick them up from here. We'll try and answer, or Mark will try and answer.
I was going to say, make them easy. It's early in the morning, don't forget.
Mark will try and answer them the best he can. So maybe just a little bit of a nervy start here. It's his debut at the World, so it's a bit. Always that first one, isn't it?
I think even the people who've played it for years, the first game's always, you just want to get the first couple of ends out of the way. But yeah, particularly on debut, it's just the whole surroundings of the place. It's obviously the stands and things like that. You're not used to it. You don't play many games of bowls in front of that kind of, people. So yeah, it'll take a couple of ends for him to settle down. I
always say 2 ball pairs. The lead can almost win you the game.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to get yourself out of trouble if the lead's playing really well. So yeah, you definitely can have almost more influence sometimes than in other games.
One green.
Well, great start from Cody.
2 green.
Might just fancy that little run. I know it's very difficult, but he might just prefer to play this.
Do we have the spot there?
Yeah, definitely. I think if he's
Can
got
both bowls or not?
if he's got the spot covered, it makes take a chance just down the port, get one of the one ball onto the jack.
Yeah, any jack movement also, you know, in any direction really towards that back corner.
Be unlucky to be any worse, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
So.
I'm gonna say. So the ball should travel with it anyway. Wants a little piece of it. Oh, unlucky.
Two shots.
So
Olthof
it's a
and
2
Duke.
for the Canadians. It also has to be remembered, Mark, most of the outdoor greens where these players, you know, qualify from are not obviously this kind of speed. And I know some greens in New Zealand, you know, are quite quick, the outdoor greens, but they have the indoor facilities as well. A lot of the countries, when you look at like South Africa, Israel, Canada, you know, it's mainly just outdoor bowls that they play.
Yeah, a couple of them, like you say, there's probably 1 or 2 indoor greens, but generally most of it's outdoor. And
26 and a
in
half.
some of those countries, the greens are, you know, more outdoor pace, more like, you know, UK outdoor pace, I would say, a little bit, you know, 10, 11, 12 seconds kind of thing. So yeah, it is a bit of a culture shock, but a lot of the overseas players put a lot of time on the carpet beforehand, which you've got to do, and at least you can then adjust to it. And if you can play good bowls, you'll adjust to the speed eventually.
Yeah, we've started quite close to the New Year period this year as well. We always start the first Friday, but the rink was obviously put down a day later than normal because of where New Year's Day fell. So there's, I think it was finished for just after 3 o'clock on Wednesday, I think it was.
Yeah, it must. They've done well to get it all down
Yeah.
and ready, I must admit. It is close to New Year, so... I think you don't realise how much of a kind of effort behind the scenes goes on really until you're kind of in and around the place, and yeah, it does take a lot of time to get everything ready.
Very good.
Another good start. Friday, of course, is changeover day here at Potter's Resorts, so everybody will be checking out this morning, ready for the new lot checking in, so people will just start dripping in during the morning session and the crowd will start filling up quite quickly. It is fully booked, I think, here.
One green.
Well, it's just not easy to get to. I just wonder if he can just drift round that. Can he just sit back off his own? Might just get the shot as well.
Yeah, I certainly think just going to draw in down at the same ball, try and get him first, and it really just slip round and lose front one, make it really difficult for Sam. Just overplayed, I think.
See Sam there standing right on the outside of the mat just to try and get that little bit of extra bend right at the end. Yep, toe right on the corner. Well, just too quick, I think.
Yeah, I think his line was good.
Yeah, mate. Stop. Just 4 feet off that code.
Just same again, I think Coley knew as soon as he let go of it, it was the same pace.
He's got to lose 18 inches, make you very close, mate.
Well,
Just needs to run past the front when he's close.
yeah, if he misses the front, he's in, I think. Oh, unlucky.
Could be, mate. Wait, all over.
I think they're both asking for one here, I think. Yep, no. Dylan saying no, if you want it, you have to measure that.
Measure for shot.
So, Greg, the umpire will just come and measure these. For those asking, the tickets, the day tickets here are still available. You can come and purchase your tickets. On the Potters website, you can see what, if any, breaks are still available. I know it's sold very well this year. It's always a very popular resort to come and stay.
One shot, K.Olthof and Jacobs.
So a good start from the Canadian pair.
Set score 0-2-3 after 2 ends.
There's quite a lot of new faces to the Portal Rink this year. A lot of new qualifiers again, Mark. I think
I
it's
don't think it's up then.
the top 16. Say they're getting probably slightly stronger each year. Do you think?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I mean, I know I played in a young lad in Scotland from Australia who came across.
Oh, he was brilliant.
He played fantastic. So, yeah, I don't think there's any... I think the biggest problem for the overseas qualifiers was always, time on the green and things like that. I think the fact that, the more are playing qualifiers, they're used to coming over, they've had the experience of talking to other people that have come over and things like that. Yeah, I think the standard generally is really high. So, yeah, there's no, no easy games as such for anybody really.
Oh, wrong bias with a jack there from Greg. And the bowls calendars, it's so compact all around the world. There's so much going on, which is great. Giving people the choice. People just choose what they want to play. Like for example, S.Tolchard here from England. He has been here before. He's been in the pairs once, and I was, he's such a class player. I've always been trying to tempt him back into the qualifiers, and I just said, do you mind me asking why you don't tend to qualify a lot? And he said he likes his break, because he has such a busy, especially this year, the Commonwealth
Jack
Games.
length 29
He
metres.
tends to like to have the September, October off and concentrate on family and things like that. Where this year he's given it a go and done very well.
Yeah, I mean, Sam's been a class player for a long time. Anyone who knows Sam will tell you that. I think that, like you say, the bowls can be all-encompassing. If you play both outdoor and indoor, particularly at the level Sam plays at, you're going to be playing a lot of bowls. And sometimes, like you say, family, you might get a bit of earache, and you need to have a bit of family time as well, and get a break. A break helps you as well, really, to refresh and enjoy the sport more.
Louis playing with a set of the pool bowls that he actually borrowed for the Commonwealth Games.
Oh, there you go. Be used to them then.
Yeah. Yeah, we lent bowls England, I think, 10 sets or something like that.
Okay. Well, it seemed to go well there. To be fair, it seemed to work well there. So, although maybe they might bend a little bit more on this surface, although the greens at Leamington were excellent, to be fair. The games I watched, certainly, they seem to be playing really well.
Oh, well played.
Two red.
Just shows a little bit about the jack. Obviously, the Canadians lost the jack, and then it's the first end where they've actually been under a little bit of pressure, and sometimes it's a underused skill, I think.
Yep, I said that many a time, sending the jack.
Yeah. Must admit, I practiced this morning and actually just said to Jamie, I said, I'll just send a couple up and back. It literally was just two, one up and back, just to get a little bit of a feel for it.
Both in the ditch?
No, to be fair, the first one I actually put where I said I was going to put it, and I thought that's a very bad sign.
Well, big chance here for Sam and Louis.
Thought he was quick out of his hand, but
Yeah.
Well, they'll be looking for at least a good second here. Just try and close it down.
just needs to run. Well, they were fairly happy with that second ball.
One red.
A second ball, mate.
Sam just swapping to the forehand. Touch on the jack would be a bonus. They'll be just looking to concentrate on at least making another.
Just needs to run. Not quite, is it?
Oh, you hung on there.
Just thought it was going to fall away, so...
One shot. Ridout and S.Tolchard.
Dead score 1-3 after 3 ends.
Don't forget we have an extra game for you this morning before we break for lunch. Be almost immediately following this one. They'll just get the two trial ends. That'll be round about 11:15ish. It'll be Colin Rogan and Gary Cotter of New Zealand facing Chris and John Carswell from Scotland, father and son combination.
Jack length 26 metres.
Very tall, isn't he, this Canadian? Compared to Louis, anyway.
He probably looks taller, I think. I was sat with Louis at breakfast and I was just talking about my eldest and saying how much he'd grown. I said, he's probably bigger than you, Louis. And then his wife, Kelly, just went, that's not much of an achievement, though, is it, really? So, yeah, he's got a great sense of humour, as Louis.
Really good start from Dylan.
Just needs to get off the line now.
There we go.
Very wide line, isn't it, on that backhand? Tends to stick sometimes, doesn't it, on that slightly wider, shorter length?
Yeah, I noticed it seems to be bending quite nice when you roll up, but then
1 green.
sometimes the temperature just make a big difference in there, and you can feel like you know the lines, and the next minute it's just not getting back or things like that, you know. And those bowlers like to make excuses as well, obviously.
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
You never send a bad ball, it's always something else's fault.
Yeah, I quickly timed the carpet this morning, and it was at 19 seconds this morning, so like you say, it just depends how many people are in the auditorium as well. Well, just overplayed. I'm just glad all the overseas players were able to get here. I was panicking all during Christmas, thinking, well, if they get here, they might get stuck in the border force strikes. They managed to get into the country. How on earth did they get here? Because it's not the easiest place, is it?
No, it's lovely when you get here, but yeah, getting here for anybody is difficult, but particularly with the current state of strikes, etc.
Yes, mate.
I was at work a couple of days ago, and the South African rugby was stranded at London Victoria. I had to get on the internet and find him a coach to Norwich. The Americans paid £225 in a taxi from Heathrow.
Oh, lovely.
1, 2, and the other one.
Very good.
Yep.
Well done.
Good hit. Charging for the damages.
I'm going to say that set's going to need rebuilding.
Definitely one. It's hard to tell, isn't it, from that angle?
Yeah, the good thing is he doesn't, I mean, it is difficult to get out to the respots, but he doesn't need to be overly close to it. Just, you know, anything like a decent weight, you know, should get a shot.
Is he reaching?
He certainly needs to run.
Little bit of a let off for Sam there.
One shot, Ridout and S.Tolchard.
Set score 2-3 after 4 ends. Jack length 26.5 meters.
Dylan just sticking to the backhand. Decent pace, any side of his own ball should be enough.
Yeah, his own ball looks right down the line, but like you say, if you hit your own, you're going to be somewhere about, aren't you? Kind of thing is probably the thought process. Just needs to run down that line.
One red.
of course, a brand new sponsor for the World Championships this year, Imagine Cruising. It's always great to have new people on board. If you've got a second, take a look at their website for some of their amazing packages that they sell. They've got a great trade stand here this year. I'm very impressed. Screens and it's massive, absolutely massive.
Yeah, always great to get people involved, really, and new people, and hope it works well for both parties, really, don't you?
Two red.
Well, would I be inclined to play a little bit of pace at this, I think? I don't know. He could play a really good draw. If he lands on the back of his own bowl, he's not achieving anything.
Yeah. Gives him options now, I think, with that ball pass. I think you might be right.
I mean, if Sam draws to that green bowl on the forehand there, he probably covers it and maybe even make a 3.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. Just round his home. Bloody well.
Sits down.
This is the shot where if you don't play the carpet often, you end up trying to turn that ball, and it's really difficult. It's not only you end up either just sailing past if you put too much weight in it. You've almost got to just trust yourself to draw around it and play perfect pace. And that's the risk that it'll happen a lot if you try and just play that yard on.
That's why I thought he may have just played straight through the front. It's 3 down, I think, anyway. Any contact on a front ball with a lot of pace surely may have
it looks, sometimes you get stuck with playing what you think looks the right shot when actually on the carpet it's possibly not.
Yeah.
That's like you say, they're playing through it, although it probably didn't look right. It was actually possibly better than
2 red and a measure for third.
Than just trying to turn it. I'm saying that we all do it though, and I'm sure within 3 ends of me getting on a game, I'll end up, calling that shot anyway.
Very close for 3, I tell you. I don't think there was any touch on that green bowl from this angle. Soon see.
Your eyes are good, I tell you.
I don't know. See. Don't know. No, wrong.
2 shots. Ridout and Tolchard.
2.
Set score 4-3 after 5 ends. Jack length 24.5 meters.
Yeah.
Just drifted past.
One green.
Unlocked. Couple feet.
Bit of a chance here for Cody. Try and
Yep.
get him first, isn't there? So, still a bit of room. 14, 15 inches past that shot ball. Needs to run to get all the way back. It's good. It's in.
Yeah, it's a shot, mate, a length.
Sam, perfect line, just dropped 2 feet. Try and draw the shot.
Slightly narrower than his first delivery.
Both urging it on,
Yep.
not there.
2 green.
Well, that reaction suggests he was quick.
Yeah, normally does, doesn't it?
I think he's right.
Two shots, Olthof and Jacobs.
2 shots to the Canadians. They get the nose back in front now. 5 shots to 4. I was a little surprised at the jack being as short as that from Louis. I mean, I think they were playing slightly better, a bit further.
Set score 4-5 after 6 ends.
Yeah, probably just like probably just a yard metre shorter than what he wanted. I think that was probably 24, 25 as opposed to 26 that he'd been
Yeah.
playing before. So
Not up. Jack length 28.5 metres.
a little bit surprised that this jack has gone so far as well, to be honest, Jay. So
After they've just played so well on a short one, yeah.
yeah, and they've been playing short as well. And at the first few ends, whether it's it's just gone further than he wanted, or we soon see whether it's a good tactical ploy. But yeah, just a little bit surprised.
First question of the day here for you, Mark, from Matt Tennessee.
One red.
Says he really enjoys watching you play and likes the way you're so unbelievably quick off the mat. Is that something that you've always done, or is that something you've changed as you progressed through the ranks?
No, as anyone who knows me, and I would say that to their face, I don't think about it too much. I overcomplicate the game if I start thinking. Not my strong.
You do struggle then, don't you?
Not my strong area. So yeah, no, I've always just played like that. Kind of, I think possibly a kind of a Crown Green upbringing as a kid, and generally a lot of the Crown Green players be quite quick off the mat. So yeah, just took that on really, and I think it's like some people who take a lot more time. It's like, should you play quicker? Should you play slower? Just what's natural. I think as you see, every the players, the 4 players here today, all got different deliveries. You know, it's whatever suits you. And if you're playing, don't try and change anything different just because someone else is doing something. I would say. Yeah,
like you say, if you've hit the nail on the head there, isn't it? It's what's right for you. I mean, look at Les Gillett. He used to be really quick, and then he slowed his game right down. And I think personally, he's playing consistently better with a slightly slower delivery.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you feel like it's not working, then try and change it. That's fair enough.
1 green.
I think the main thing is to keep your delivery. Whatever you do, you deliver. Keep it consistent.
Yeah.
You need to wobble them consistent.
Yeah.
If that's possible.
And you're right. That is the key.
Just going to scoot, is it?
There's another one in the area.
How far off is it?
I think he's only got a 4-hand draw here. I don't think there's anything else on. Urging it up.
One shot, K.Olthof and Jacobs.
Set score 4-6 after 7 ends.
So 2 ahead, 2 to play. 2 ball pairs. Louis and Sam will probably need to score both of these next 2 ends.
Yeah, you'd expect so. Yeah, something if you want to win the set. That's what they'll be looking at doing. That's what they'll be thinking. 2 1s gets them a tie at worst, doesn't it? So if you score both ends, they're not going to lose the set.
End 27.5 metres.
You already got to do it.
Speed's really good.
Yeah, made the adjustment. Well played.
One green.
drawing with this one. I think he was tempted to run the ball. Just a lot of space in and around it, but gets another one in there. It puts a little bit of pressure on Cody. Well, it's close.
Just needs to jump the front. Oh, just got wrecked.
That does not make the draw any easier. Cody needs to get one in here, I think.
Yep.
He's got to switch to the backhand and just try and miss his own ball. He could put it next to it, but...
Have another guess. Oof, yeah. Unless he's playing a bit further down the back, is he?
I mean, he can get round it. I just think you run the risk of running right into him.
Well, chance here for Sam. Keep it nice and simple, just skirting that front ball in the backhand and flick it away, I think.
Sure, the jack, you get him half, he should miss the jack. But
Needs to bend. Oh, he's unlucky. It's going to be 2 down, I think, is it?
2, yeah.
Yep.
Unlucky.
2 shots, K.Olthof and Jacobs.
So full house needed now on this
Set score
last end of the
4-8
first set.
after 8 ends.
Cody the Skip, well, he's been here a few times before, just looking at his achievements. His highest rank was back in 2016 when he reached number 29 on the ranking list. Silver medalist at Tiger Bowls. From Ontario, plays at the Niagara Falls Club. I've actually been to that club, beautiful.
I was going to say, I bet that's nice.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Two red.
Well, there's 50% of what's needed.
Oh yeah, I suppose they are lying too. You'd favour that Cody would get in, but all you can do is put them there, I suppose.
Do you know, I find most big counts are from scrappier heads sometimes. Like even in just basic standard play with triples that you do sometimes score a really scrappy 5 or 6, don't you?
Yeah, and it's those kind of ones that you hope you're on the right end of, isn't it, really? Yeah, it's good enough.
1 green.
Draw the first one, mate, yeah.
I suppose the tactic, just get another one close, hope Cody misses with his next, then try and remove the ball, I guess.
Yep, Yeah, that's all you can hope for really when you need a 4. Doesn't want to cover it, that's the only problem. Oh, that's alright. Just beat one of the reds on the wide, isn't it? Keep it away from the other green and one of the reds on the wide side. Would be ideal from his point of view. Needs to run, I think.
Beats the back ball, doesn't it?
Yeah, not easy. I don't know if he could kind of play the backhand, get the ball solid and run on and just move the jack. And like turn the jack a little bit. I think that's a shot, Jace.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
To be fair, I got backhand right, I think. Or he might change his mind now to forehand.
Split in the jack, or get the bowl and then a bit of the jack, or not? Yeah.
Just tight.
Yep. One more for the Canadians. So it's the first set.
1 shot in
9
the first
shots
set.
to 4.
Olthof and Jacobs.
Once again, if you have just joined us here at Potters Resort in Hopton-on-Sea, a very good morning to you all. Thanks for joining us here at the Imagine Cruising World Championships. 17 days of great bowls for you. We're live on YouTube and Facebook through the whole duration of this. BBC will be joining us from a week on Monday from the World Open Pairs final.
Seven and a half. Jack length 27.5 meters.
Just see Sam and Louis just trying a slightly different tactic here, you know, just trying to get themselves back in this game, bringing the mat up and playing the jack further back.
Yeah, I think they'll be honest enough, they've both not really settled to anywhere near the level, so they're just trying to, and the good thing in sets play, you can just forget that first set, you know, it's like you only got to win the second set, get yourself into a tie break, so.
Come on. Very good.
Run him out. Run him out.
Yeah, much better bowl.
What'll do it? That's jack high. Let me go. Come on.
One red.
It's great this year, Marcus, where we've got all of the overseas countries that affiliate to PBA back.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's the World Championships, isn't it? You want as many countries involved as you can, and obviously the last 2-3 years of the world of COVID and travel restrictions and things like that, it's nice to get everyone back, and it'll be nice to have a full Potters and try and get us back to normal as we can. Really, it's good.
Hurry now. Hurry.
Yeah, I think it's always good to see. I always quite like to see the other countries come and just see their style of play, if you wish. Like you see the New Zealand guys, and you got the Australians battling. Sean's just sat in the audience there, and you know it's always great to see. There's a lot of younger players coming through. I know Sean had qualified with Blake Nairn from Australia. Blake is unable to attend, so Sean's actually playing with Neil Furman from America.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I did wonder how that partnership came about. I saw it in the draw and thought, oh, that's an odd combination, that kind of thing. I didn't know if Neil had gone out there to qualify or what, so makes sense now.
On down forward.
Played well here.
Right up, pal.
Oh, great ball.
Down, mate, your shot.
1 green.
That is 4 inches.
I hope Sean's not learning too much. I play him in the singles, I think.
Oh, do you? Right.
Harry, mate.
I'll just tell him to slow you down.
Yeah.
Same idea, man.
Oh, same ball for Cody. Canadians have dovetailed really well in this game, Jace. They've kind of both not played fantastically, but none of them have had a. If one has a bad end, the other one's gone in well. It's been maybe 1 ball, 2 balls, and they've like kind of worked it well, to be honest.
1 shot, K.Olthof and Jacobs.
Gillian Hinsley was just asking who you're playing with in the mixed pairs. I've just had a quick look. I thought we'd got you a ringer.
Yes, playing with Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have a translator
You'll never understand.
between us. But no, I get on, to be fair, I've known Julie for a long time. We get on really well, so I was quite pleased when I saw that draw, to be honest.
I bet you were.
She might not have been. I can't speak for her. I've not spoken to her yet, but yeah, she might. If you suddenly get a call off on Wednesday, you'll know Thursday, you'll know why.
29.5 metres.
Great start.
One green. Two green.
Again, just not enough pressure being put on the Canadians at the moment.
No. Yeah, the English lads are a bit frustrated with the performance, but I'll say still plenty of time. Chance here for Cody, try and tie this end down. Good enough line for it. Well played.
Yeah, he is. Very well played.
There you are, mate.
In a bit of trouble here.
Well, it's a great effort.
Just doesn't want to get any gaps, does he? Any contact. Yeah. Oh, stays up now. Oh, just fell back into that gap. I'm not sure what the angle is. Hard to tell from here.
Great ball, whatever, isn't it?
Yep.
If they dropped to 3 there, 4-0. Starting to get a little bit worried about it.
Measure for shot.
To be honest, it's a bit unlucky if he's not got shot the way that's rolled through and fallen back, but
People just starting to drift in. Of course, we don't normally start till the Friday afternoon normally, isn't it? We normally start streaming. This year we're playing all the games on the portable rink. Normally the first few prelim games are played on the boulders bar in the main area. Just thought it was nice for, especially the overseas players, just allow for people to tune in and see these players in action.
I think if you can get them on
Yeah.
there, it makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, I mean, and looking at the schedule, I don't think it makes a
One shot.
huge
L.Ridout
amount of
and
difference
D.Jacobs.
to get an extra game. And
That's right. The winner of this game will go into the first round draw. If you wish, they will play Jason Greenslade and Michael Stepney. That's a new pairing for this year.
yeah, an interesting combination.
Yeah. There's a couple of pairings that have changed this year.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Yeah, same with the singles as well. The singles prelims that have always been there. We're going to be showing those on the portable rink. And there's some absolutely cracking games. I mean, when you look at some of them that are there. I mean, Darren Weir and Jason Banks. So that's going to be a superb game.
Yeah, both excellent players. Both be probably disappointed they drew each other in a weird kind of way.
Yeah, I must admit, when I was there at the draw, I was a little bit disappointed for them in a way. You know, travelling all that way to play each other.
Yeah.
But that's just the luck of the draw, unfortunately. What's the pace like? Yeah, well played.
Good effort.
Good line one, mate. And again.
Yeah, balls here from Lewitt.
Just bend to this Jack.
Great stuff.
Oh yeah, great goal.
2 red.
Bit of a discussion from the Canadians here. I think that they might end up just trying to draw down the forehand, or just try and draw the shot still. I mean, he'd be tempted to run at it, but the way the discussion went, it seemed to suggest that he was just gonna try and draw down his forehand.
It's pretty close, Code.
Well, slight chance here for Sam. I mean, put the pressure on right now. I think if Sam draws another, I think you might just see the Canadian play this backhand with a lot of pace, bowls or the jack.
I'm a little bit surprised he didn't win his first, if I'm honest. But he's drawn well in the game, so he kind of maybe, favour what he was like. But yeah, in some ways, Sam don't want to make this a bigger target. You know what I mean? He might get in and just drift under. Wouldn't be the world's worst ball.
Hey, we taught that in.
I know.
All right.
We nearly knew what we were doing.
3 red.
Only nearly. It might force him into the backhand now, though. That's the only problem. Might change his shot.
I mean, even if he gets his own short ball, if he lands it solid, it must get a few of them.
Yeah, favor 3, 2 and a good luck.
Just play straight down at it.
Yeah, that's what he's just said. I think he said, jack all the balls down the backhand. I think that's the right call, to be honest. First weight he's played, really.
Come on, buddy. Hold up.
Well, got it, has he?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
brilliant.
Hold up.
Wow. What a great shot.
He was just saving it for his last.
Now, how close to the jack did the ball go? It did get a little bit of a ricochet. I'm not sure where it's finished up there. There we go, soon see. About a metre away.
Yeah.
That was a massive turnaround.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, obviously he'll hope that he gets shot, but even if he just drop a 1 from the position they were in, it was potentially a 4, wasn't it? So, yeah, great runner, to be honest. I feel like he needs to run this.
Oh, mate, hurry. Hit that one. Hurry, mate. Run. Hit that one.
Two shots, K.Olthof and Jacobs.
Set score 0-4 after 3 ends.
Well, another good start from the Canadian pairs.
I wonder if that might be crucial, Jason, that ball.
Yeah, well, it's a massive turn. Like I say, if he'd have missed, that'd probably been a 4 down,
We might be looking back at that later and thinking it's a crucial part of the game.
Just a couple of questions in for you, Mark. They're coming in thick and fast for you now. I've got to get the most
28
important one
metres.
out of the way. Your father says good morning to you.
That's the important one.
I get told that. What's your preference in bowls? Singles, pairs, triples or 4s?
Certainly team games. I prefer team games over singles. I always have. Someone to talk to, really. But probably pairs. Probably pairs.
Standard pairs, 4-ball pairs, or?
I don't mind the format, actually. I don't particularly mind either. But yeah, I quite like the pairs format. I think you're playing a bit quicker as well. Sometimes 4s spend a lot of time waiting around.
Yeah.
But yeah. And team, but the 4s are good in team games. So the likes of when you're playing with a 24-man team or a 16-person team, whatever it is. Theirs. But generally pairs, I think, are probably my favourite format. push through it.
1 green.
Just a 4-hand draw here for Sam. Just overplayed. Just looking to get another one in there, Cody, I think. Needs to slow down.
Well, either draws, we go straight for the bowl.
I think you can take a chance for the ball.
One shot, K.Olthof and Jacobs.
Set score 0-5 after 4 ends.
People asking, how do you qualify for these events? Well, it's all done through what we call the
Jack length,
PBA, the
29
Professional
metres.
Bowling Association. There are several branches all around the world. There's a few more countries in talks with us at the moment to get involved and set up their own branch. Then for their branch will organise their own qualifiers in their own countries, and they'll send us a qualifier for the events. If you go onto our website, which is worldbowlstour.org, and then from the sub-menu, the far right-hand side, you'll see PBA. Click on that, and that'll give you a list of all the current branches. If you are fortunate enough to live in one of those countries, there's a contact there for you to get in touch with them. So it's nice to get new countries involved. We've been talking to Falkland Islands, India and Cyprus lately.
It's excellent, and I would just echo those thoughts. If people are interested, go and give it a try.
Definitely.
You know, go to the qualifiers. You know, speak to the rep wherever you are in the world, or obviously, or in the UK, and just give it a go. It can only improve your game, and and potentially get yourself through to one of these events.
Yeah. Well, if you are interested in setting up any branches, you can find our contact details on there. Just drop us an email, and we'll get back to you at the end of these championships. We'll try and help you where we can. Yep, well done.
2 red.
This is where I think Cody's played really well, and I might jinx him now, but
The pressure.
the 3 or 4 ends
Yep.
that Dylan's not played, he's got in with the first ball. There's a couple of ends where it's looked like Sam and Louis are going to get a count, and he's always tended to get in. Steady.
I missed the jab.
Yeah, it's good.
Well,
This is what you were talking about a minute ago, Mark, isn't it? Just this now ability just to pluck one out of the air and find the jack. And the line's very good. Well,
still got 2, mate.
chance now.
And again, you went 15 inches.
I don't know, that gets him right back in the set, doesn't it?
Yeah, big bowl.
Oh, mate. Effort here.
Yeah, he's played it well.
Yeah, great bowl. Yep. A very good 3 at a very good time.
3 shots, Ridout and Tolchard.
Back in the second set. Can you travel to play
Set score 3-5 after 5
qualifiers
ends.
in other countries? Well, as long as you're a member of that PBA branch, yes, is the answer to that one. We have had people qualify out of a different country. I think there was someone from Australia.
Steve Helmine.
That's it. Well done. Qualified out of America?
Yeah.
Just happened to be on holiday, playing the qualifiers and qualified. So yeah, you can do.
Obviously, a few people thinking about a trip to Cyprus, I think, Jace, or the Falkland Islands. One of the
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. It's North Cyprus, but yeah.
Jack length 24.5 metres.
I mean, we do it here, don't we? Some of the England players go and play in Wales and Ireland, Scotland, but vice versa.
Yeah, I think if the dates suit, and like I say, if you remember, then it's fine, isn't it? Really, it doesn't. You still represent yourself ultimately in the singles, or yourself in the pairs with your playing partner. So yeah, it doesn't really.
No, he just having a word with himself there. Fuming he wasn't.
Yeah, I've been playing with Louis for a while at internationals. I suspect there'll be a few choice words coming out.
Your father just worked out a flight price for me to the Falklands, £2,304. Is he bored?
He must be.
It's a long way as well, the Falklands. It must be,
Yeah.
what, 14 hours, I think?
Long way if you lose first round.
Yeah.
Well, good response to the last end.
2 green.
Like the Festa, so
Yeah, they have played this short length pretty well.
Yeah, so sharp.
Yeah, good ball from Sam.
1 red.
Needs to fall.
Stick him in the draw.
Don't think it'll get back, will it?
Not with any weight, no.
One
Oh,
shot.
one in it.
Rideout and Tolchard.
Set score 4-5 after 6 ends.
I was asking about the trousers. Yeah,
That
once
went
again we are
25
allowing
metres.
people to wear the black or the white. You can choose as long as you wear the same. It would get rather confusing if there was 3 blacks and a white pair on there. Slightly different to the more satellite events that we have, the quicker format where we allow the players to play with their own bowls and their own tops. Just something different. I do believe at the World Championships it's quite nice to have that formality. You know, it's the pinnacle of the sport. I think it also allows maybe that outside player that is tuning in for the first time to follow the game slightly easier than a standard player would.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a thing. And the only thing I would say with the satellite events is sometimes when you've got green balls against green balls or red against red, it's sometimes quite difficult for even for bowlers and people watching to do it. So.
Again, mate.
Yeah, I've thought that is kind of a lot of balls, even like internationals and things. Commonwealth's got it right with 2 colours. Doesn't have to be. I mean, I would just have a home and away colour for each country or whatever it was. So then or even each person. So then if you play in the same colour, then the other whoever's top of the draw gets to choose, and then the other person just swaps. It's like a football strip. Yeah, just basically they work in the same way, just for ease of people watching and obviously for learning the sport.
I mean, I think it's fair to say top 16 doesn't really matter to you guys because you have your own set of one colour in it, don't you? You've got a green set and a red set, or Nick Brett's got 6 red sets and 6 green sets.
Nick could start a bowl shot, the amount of balls he's got, I think. But yeah, I think, and that's why I wouldn't be particularly bothered with the colour, just 2 sets, because I think most bowlers that got to this level would have 2 sets of bowls, you know, nowadays. And I know they're not, obviously, not everybody, but again, you'd still have the option to use some at the pool as well. So.
Yeah, mate. Good yard, mate.
I'm just trying to drop a yard. Do we get another one in there? There's only one ball, only one red knocking around, so.
Just skirting by.
No change code. I like that. Wait. No, just touch inside. Any edge here. Red clean.
It's nice and easy just to float in with the yard, but it's quite difficult. Cuts quickly.
One shot, Ridout and Tolchard.
Score 5-5 after 6 ends.
Another question here for you, Mark. Do you have a fitness regime? Well, I know you like your running, don't you?
Yeah, although I've not done as much as I would have liked recently. But yeah, I am. I would normally. I do a bit of running, not too much, but a bit of running. But no, other than that, I would like my fitness is not as good as it should be.
7 ends. Jack length 24 and a half
notice some of your
metres.
Facebook pictures in York. Wasn't much fitness food going on there.
No, probably not. There's some lovely food, but yes, not not fitness.
Right, so it's a race to the finish for this second set. Yeah, another good start from Dylan.
He's found some line with those balls. That was a very tight line out of his hand.
Yeah, he's playing with an aero revolution. Look, shot from here. It's a bit close though.
Well, it's just steady. It's going to get through the gap, I think.
Yeah, unlucky.
One red.
Either way, mate. Keep going, mate. Up to you, mate. Keep right. What have you done, boy?
Needs to hold, I think. It's urging it out. Was he slightly underneath?
Close to Jack.
If he gets wants a good cut. Just a bit quick, wasn't it? That's all.
Similar kind of ball, I think, for Cody here. Just a backhand draw. If he does touch Jack, he gets 2, but he's just trying to draw the shot, really.
I mean, even if he drops a 1 this end, they've still only got to win the next end, haven't they? So it's not that... 1 isn't really a massive issue for them. You know, they've got that first set under the belt, so a tie would do them.
Well, searching kind of line.
He locks in on his own. Oh, unlucky.
That kind of weight down there now. We want it.
Say down the forehand to the bolt.
Making 3.
Just
Yes.
try.
top edge maybe, but I still think it's probably, you can easily just touch that left 2 down. What my front one wants is in the cap.
Yeah, Sam was just asking whether it's possible just to flick the bowl in. I think he'd have to be very unlucky to flick it in.
You'd almost need to just sit on it.
Yeah.
To like prop it up almost would be the but yeah, he could easily turn the jack. He nearly hit the jack the other way, didn't he? So that was what Louis was saying.
Just needs to stop now. Great bowl. Yeah, really good.
Find
Straight.
a friend there.
Yeah, I thought he may have whacked that.
Yeah, confident on the draw, so he can sit on those 2 balls. Well,
As he played this
he's
big
played
bowl
this
again.
very well, yeah.
Stay up.
One shot, K.Olthof and Jacobs.
Yeah. Another very good bowl from Cody. He's played 3 or 4 of them bowls, hasn't he? Where he's been a little bit of bother, and he's actually played an absolutely stormer.
Yeah.
Scores
Yeah.
5-6 after 8 ends.
And he's drawn well as well, hasn't he? He did it the runner earlier on, which is why we could have easily gone for the runner there. But yeah, he's drawn really well with his last ball.
So Sam and Louis obviously require a 2 here to force the tie break. 4 more games for you today, for those of you just asking. Next game up before lunch will be a New Zealand pair of Colin Rogan and Gary Cotter, taking on Scotland's Chris and John Carswell.
Jack length 26.5 metres.
Good opener.
I'm in. Sounds good. Very good.
Not on weight.
It's a decent line with these. He's played it well.
Oh yeah, well played. Great bowl. It's finished well as well.
Huh? Yeah, it doesn't matter, you just got to draw a good second and then probably try and chop the bowl out later on. Just draw another close one.
One green.
I think if he just sits on that back red, it'll be perfect.
Yep.
The ideal place. He's first. Sam's just going to try and chip the ball off.
Yeah.
As, you know.
He certainly won't want to leave it for his last. He may as well have 2 bullets at it. Depends where this finishes. Interesting choice of shot there. I thought he should personally have just got another one in the head. I mean, if Sam gets the jack, he's going to leave him loads of room anyway.
Yeah, I think I'd have been tempted to draw into the head there, to be honest.
Now they're in trouble.
Yes. Don't know where that...
Still just trying to go right here, Code.
I thought you may have gone a bit quicker at that, you know, a bit more direct just to try and flick it away. It's quite hard, that runner.
I mean, I asked Cody to put the ball on the tee, but I'd have just been splitting the reds on the wide. The Sam's ball that he hit, well, Louis' ball, is still in. So if he gets a squeeze on the jack, kind of sideways, it could get a 2.
Yeah, it's literally just hanging on the side of the rink, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not an easy shot, but if he just squeezes the jack, you see out to Louis' toe there, that is a 2.
He's still got to play that very difficult pace, hasn't he?
It's not easy, but I mean... He just almost wants to jam it.
Yeah.
He's probably got to play more weight than just trying to play that 2 feet yard and hope it just kind of... Or he thins it, you know, a little bit of a... more weight than you want.
Even if he gets the green ball pretty solidish and then jam on the other green ball, that might just keep him in as well. Well, one more attempt.
Won't get back.
No, it sticks. Yep, it's not going to be. So it's going to be a first
One
place
shot, second
in
set,
this
and the
World
match.
Open
Olthof
pairs
and Jacobs.
for K.Olthof and Dylan Jacobs of Canada. They beat Sam and Louis 2 sets to 0. Let's have a quick look then at what's coming up for the rest of today. Well, next game on will be Colin Rogan and Gary Cotter from New Zealand against Chris and John Carswell. And as you can see by the screen, 2 o'clock will be Mervyn King and David Gourlay MBE facing Hong Kong's Jason Choi and Ken Chan. 3:45 this afternoon will be Ruti Gilor and Zvika Hadar from Israel taking on the Welsh pair of Damien Doubler and Dan Salmon. And right at the end, Mark at the side of me here with his pairs partner Jamie Chesney will face England's Jamie Walker and Perry Martin. Well, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with you shortly.